Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today is another of my top 10 favorite comebacks from a group that I like. And today I'm going to do 17 because they're one of my favorite groups and why not? So let's just get right into it. Number 10 is Adore You. This is one of very few debut songs slash debuts that I actually really like, and I find that kind of interesting because a lot of the time groups really want to make like a super good first impression with their debut, but a lot of groups' debuts have not been that great. Specifically, like some of the like older group, not older, like second gen, but I feel like, are we still in second gen? Because I have a hard time with that. I have always really liked Adore You, and I find it fun to go back and watch it and just see how far 17 has come since then. And I like it as a whole just because it was really light and youthful, and so were they. I mean, they still are, but like it fit them really well, and it didn't have too much of a heavy concept or anything. Like it was kind of just them chilling out, and I really like that. I love the song as well. It's probably not one of my top 10 favorite songs by them, but it's definitely like a solid debut song. Number 9 is Trauma. Now this is the only hip hop unit song on this list, as well as being the only hip hop unit song that I really like. As far as like having a music video and everything, they do have some sidetrack songs that I like, but not necessarily like actual comeback kind of. I don't know if the subunits count as comebacks when they have separate music videos. I don't know, but Trauma was a really good representation, I think, of hip hop unit. The video was really cool and like edgy and artistic, and the song was an equal amount of all four of them, which is usually really rare, but 17 somehow manages to make their subunits have pretty equal parts when they're broken up, because obviously 13 people can't have the same amount of lines throughout a whole song. It would be like a million years long. But as far as their like solo stuff that they do as units, it's a really good balance for all of them to have like a moment to shine. Now, I know this one didn't count as like an actual comeback, but number 8 is Home. I didn't actually like Home the first time I listened to it or watched the music video. It took me quite a few times to listen to the song before I started liking it, and then I watched the music video more times, and then it kind of grew on me. I know, again, it wasn't an actual like true comeback, but it had a music video and it had kind of a concept which was really different for what 17 usually does. It was a lot darker, and I appreciated that they were trying something different, and I thought it worked really well the way that they did it, because it still felt like 17, but it was something kind of different for them at the same time. The song is awesome. There's a lot of members, I feel like, that get a part in it that don't normally get a featured part. That could just be my wishful thinking. The music video is pretty much just like a performance video, so there's no story in it really, but the styling and everything was like on point, so I liked it a lot. Number 7 is Thanks. And Thanks, I also, again, didn't quite like at first because it was a little, I thought it was gonna be more of like a ballad, and those are not really my favorite usually, but in typical 17 fashion, it was a very, I don't want to say upbeat, but it was like a fast-paced ballad, I guess, and I loved the music video, even though I still don't really understand what the whole thing was about, but styling and the concept and the song and the video, it was all just really well put together, and the story behind the concept and the comeback in general as like a thank you to the fans was, you know, obviously something that I enjoyed. Number 6 is Pinwheel by the vocal unit, and I don't usually lean towards vocal unit comebacks or whatever they're called, but Pinwheel was honestly just so beautiful, and I had to put it somewhere on my list. And you know, these are not necessarily in order as far as like my official opinion on them. They're just the 10 ones that I like, and I did try to put them in some kind of order, but Pinwheel, I think, is in like a totally different just ballpark than the rest of these because it is just so beautiful, and it reminds me a lot of what they were doing for like the teasers for Don't Wanna Cry, I want to say is what it was. And the song is just so calming to listen to. It's also really sad, and like I enjoy listening to it even though it's sad, so it's like a confusing kind of thing. But yeah, Pinwheel is a masterpiece. Number 5 is Clap, and I honestly I'm surprised that I didn't put this farther up, but like I said, I didn't really organize them that well to be in like the positions they're supposed to be in, but Clap was in the running for my favorite song for a really long time. And or like my favorite concept, because I like this kind of thing for 17. I like when they do bright and colorful and just like in your face kind of stuff. I think it's so cool, and it's kind of just their brand at this point. I really loved Clap, and the colors got me choking. The colors and everything definitely helped to get my attention because obviously I just am drawn to bright things. But the styling was really interesting, and I liked that it was kind of out there for certain parts. I loved Wanu's suit specifically. I thought it was just a good combination of stuff for 17. Number 4 is Highlight by Performance Unit, and I did not realize I had one of each unit, like a song representing each one on here until just now, but Highlight I had to put somewhere in the top because it's been one of my favorite songs since it was released, and I've probably listened to it more times than most other 17 songs, with the exception of like maybe 3, just because I don't know, I find it so nice. The video, even though it was pretty simple, is still executed so well, and they pulled off suits, which is a surprise to me because I don't see them as those kind of guys. I don't know why. The song, yes, just yes. Concept, well, there wasn't really one except that they're Performance Unit, but I enjoyed it. I don't have much to say about this one, but Highlight is just one of my favorite 17 things that they've ever done, just in general. Number 3 is Don't Wanna Cry, and honestly, this probably should have been up higher because it's my favorite 17 song, but there are 2 more songs, or comebacks I should say, that I like just a little more for different reasons, so this is number 3, but like I've said before, Don't Wanna Cry is like what I think is the perfect concept kind of situation for 17. Just, it's not very colorful like Clap, but it's sophisticated, and I don't know how to explain it. I just really like it. I loved the styling. It was like beyond amazing because it was just, again, so simple and like just sophisticated, but also like casual. And I've listened to this song a lot, like so many times, too many times. And the music video is beautifully shot. I still don't understand the story behind it, but I love it a lot. I feel like I should give more reasons for things other than I love it, but that's not how my brain works. Number 2 is Boom Boom, and the only reason this is up higher than Don't Wanna Cry is because I like the music video a little bit more. I think the idea of it having like a story, which is rare for them, they don't usually have like a whole story going on, like where they're trying to like rob a bank or whatever they're doing. I just think that was so fun, and again, it was like colorful, and I love the choreography. I can't talk for this one. I haven't mentioned choreography for any of the rest of them, so you know that this one has got to be special because I remember the choreography. I did like the choreography for Don't Wanna Cry. I love Woozy's little like solo ballerina thing. It's okay, but Boom Boom, I think it was really special. I'm always so curious if people are gonna be able to guess what number 1 will be, but like I've literally done this one other time, so I don't know why I'm like, I always wonder. Number 1 is Oh My, and I don't know why, honestly. I feel like this should be number 1. I do like it, like I love it a lot. The song, I don't think I love it as much as I love Don't Wanna Cry, and the video I don't think I love as much as Boom Boom, but I just love the combination of everything that they did for it. It kind of had like a very obscure story, like you couldn't really guess what it was by looking at it, but it's kind of hidden in there, and it was really fun, and a lot of them got good lines as far as I remember. I appreciated the styling and how tropical everything was. It was just really fun and refreshing. So that was my list. I feel like I forgot to say something because this video, as I'm filming, is super short, but hopefully not. If there's anything I did forget to say, it's probably in my EXO version of this video, so please watch that if you want all of how I pick everything, so I don't feel like explaining it again. The only other group I can think to do this for is probably like SHINee and Super Junior, maybe? Possibly B2B. Again, there are very few groups that have had 10 comebacks that I really liked, so I don't know, maybe it'll be a top 5 for other groups. If there's any videos you'd like me to make, even though nobody watches my videos right now, please let me know. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.